Welcome to Breaking Wire. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The Boeing 777X was meant to redefine long-haul air travel, promising a new era of comfort, efficiency, and innovation for airlines and passengers alike. With its sleek design and advanced technology, the 777X was envisioned as the next giant leap in commercial aviation, capturing the imagination of the industry and the public. Its most striking feature, folding wingtips, offered unprecedented aerodynamic efficiency, allowing the massive jet to fit into standard airport gates while maximizing lift and fuel savings. The GE9X engines, the largest ever built for a commercial aircraft, promised quieter, cleaner, and more powerful performance. But as of August 2025, that vision is clouded by repeated delays, critical failures, and a crisis of confidence. Each setback has made headlines, shaking the faith of investors and aviation enthusiasts who once saw the 777X as a sure bet. Once a symbol of American engineering prowess and ambition, the 777X now faces skepticism from regulators, customers, and the public. The pride that once surrounded the program has given way to doubt and concern. What began as a 2-year delay has stretched to 5, with each missed deadline revealing deeper issues in Boeing's manufacturing and quality control. Problems with software, hardware, and even the supply chain have surfaced, exposing vulnerabilities that were previously hidden. The FAA, still reeling from the 737 MAX disasters, is scrutinizing every detail, turning certification into a grueling ordeal. Regulators are determined not to repeat past mistakes, demanding rigorous testing and absolute transparency from Boeing at every step. Airlines that once celebrated the 777X's promise now face grounded test planes and mounting frustration. Delivery schedules have been thrown into chaos, forcing carriers to rethink their fleet plans and casting uncertainty over future routes. The fate of the 777X is now a pivotal test of Boeing's ability to recover its reputation and its future as an industry leader. The world is watching to see if Boeing can overcome these challenges and restore confidence in its most ambitious project yet. The 777X was hailed as a leap forward, the world's largest, most efficient twin-engine jet. Its massive GE9X engines and composite wings promised lower fuel burn and operating costs. The folding wingtips, an engineering marvel, let it fit into standard airport gates, solving a major logistical challenge. Inside, a wider cabin, larger windows, and improved air quality aim to set new standards for passenger comfort. Airlines like Emirates and Lufthansa placed huge orders, betting on the 777X as their future flagship. The industry's confidence was sky high, with the jet expected to enter service in 2020, but as delays mounted, the excitement faded, replaced by doubt and disappointment. The 777X's promise only deepened the sting of its ongoing setbacks. The unraveling began with the GE9X engines. Premature wear and testing forced a redesign and delayed certification. The GE9X, billed as the world's largest and most advanced jet engine, was supposed to be a technological marvel. But as engineers pushed it to its limits, unexpected issues emerged. Turbine blades wore out faster than anticipated, and new materials struggled under real-world stress. Each setback meant months of additional testing, redesign, and uncertainty, putting immense pressure on the program's already tight schedule. Then, a ground test saw a cargo door blow out at near maximum load, exposing structural weaknesses and triggering further redesigns. The incident sent shockwaves through Boeing's engineering teams, raising urgent questions about the airframe's integrity. Investigators pored over data, searching for the root cause, while designers scrambled to reinforce the fuselage and prevent future failures. These technical failures collided with a newly vigilant FAA, which refused to certify the 777X without exhaustive data and safety validation. The regulatory environment had shifted dramatically, with the FAA demanding unprecedented transparency and documentation at every step. Concerns over flight control software and electronics echoed the MAX crisis, demanding a higher bar for safety. Every system, from digital controls to backup protocols, faced intense scrutiny, as regulators and the public demanded absolute assurance that past mistakes would not be repeated. In 2022, Boeing halted 777X production to regroup, a clear sign of deep trouble. The factory floor, once bustling with activity, fell silent as teams reassessed every aspect of the aircraft's design and manufacturing process. The program's timeline reset, with each setback compounding the uncertainty. Delays rippled through the supply chain, frustrating customers and eroding confidence in Boeing's ability to deliver. The 777X's future now hangs on Boeing's ability to resolve these intertwined engineering and regulatory challenges. The company faces a pivotal moment, with its reputation and financial stability on the line. What was once a showcase of innovation became a cautionary tale of overreach and oversight, reminding the industry that even giants can stumble when ambition outpaces caution. The 737 MAX tragedies changed everything for Boeing, and for the 777X. After 2 fatal crashes, the FAA took direct control, ending Boeing's era of self-certification. Every system on the 777X, especially flight controls, now faces intense scrutiny and documentation. The 2024 Alaska Airlines door plug incident reignited fears about Boeing's quality control, prompting new audits and halting production expansion. Trust in Boeing's safety culture has eroded, with regulators demanding sweeping reforms. Internal reports reveal a disconnect between management's promises and factory floor realities. The same teams building the 777X are under investigation, compounding delays and uncertainty. The shadow of the MAX looms large, making the 777X's path to certification steeper than ever. Airlines are running out of patience. Emirates, the largest 777X customer, has spent billions keeping older jets flying, while public skepticism about Boeing's timelines grows. Airbus has seized the moment. Its A351,000, available now and proven, is winning orders once destined for the 777X. Qantas and others have shifted to Airbus, eroding Boeing's market share in the lucrative wide-body segment. Behind the scenes, airlines are demanding compensation and reconsidering their commitments. The longer the delays, the more Boeing's negotiating power slips away. The 777X's initial advantages are fading, as the A350 builds a reputation for reliability. Boeing's failure to deliver has redrawn the competitive landscape, leaving it scrambling to catch up. The 777X delays have cost Boeing billions. Testing, redesigns, and penalties to airlines are mounting. The company's reputation, once built on safety and innovation, is now tarnished by a string of high-profile failures. Investors and the public see Boeing as a risky bet, making it harder to attract talent and win new business. Resources are tied up fixing old problems, leaving little room for future innovation. Meanwhile, Airbus is pushing ahead with new technologies, threatening to leapfrog Boeing for good. The crisis has left Boeing in a constant state of turmoil, fighting to restore stability and trust. The struggle to certify the 777X is now a fight for Boeing's very identity. Boeing's path forward is narrow and demanding. The company stands at a crossroads, facing immense pressure from regulators, customers, and the flying public. Years of missteps have eroded trust, and now every decision carries enormous weight. Boeing must not only recover from its recent crises, but also prove that it can set a new standard for safety and reliability in aviation. The company must overhaul its culture, prioritizing safety, empowering engineers, and making quality non-negotiable. This means listening to frontline workers, investing in training, and ensuring that every aircraft meets the highest standards before it leaves the factory. Only by putting people and process first can Boeing hope to rebuild its reputation. True transparency and cooperation with the FAA are essential. Cutting corners is no longer an option. Open communication with regulators and a willingness to accept oversight will be critical. Boeing must demonstrate that it values accountability over expediency, and that it is committed to earning back the trust of both authorities and passengers. This transformation will take years, not months, and requires unwavering commitment from leadership. Executives must lead by example, fostering a culture where safety is never compromised for speed or profit. Real change will demand patience, resilience, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about past failures. In the meantime, Airbus will keep gaining ground, but Boeing must focus on fixing itself before making new promises. The competition is fierce, and every delay or misstep gives rivals an edge. Yet the only way forward is to rebuild from the inside out, even if it means ceding ground in the short term. Only by delivering on small commitments can Boeing hope to restore faith in its big ones. Every successful inspection, every satisfied customer, and every safe flight will help repair its battered image. Trust is earned one step at a time through consistent action and visible results. If the 777X fails, Boeing risks permanent decline. If it succeeds, it could mark the start of a true recovery. The stakes could not be higher, and the world is watching to see if Boeing can deliver on its promises. The 777X is more than a plane, it's Boeing's last chance to prove it can lead the skies once again. The future of the company, and perhaps the future of American aviation, rests on what happens next.